This is Win News.
Tonight a road collapse as heavy rains plague the state. A boy rescued after a 6-metre cave fall. And a teenage girl drowns in floodwaters near Townsville. Good evening to you, I'm Paul Taylor.
And I'm Dave McLenaghan. Later in sport, is Townsville Croxford Gabe Freeman heading to the Philippines?
A clean-up effort is underway a day after flash flooding battered the Wide Bay Burnett. Councillors are facing millions of dollars in repairs to fix kilometres of potholes and roads that have been completely washed away.
A teenage boy had a very lucky escape after falling between 5 and 6 metres in a central Queensland cave over the weekend. It took more than 5 hours for emergency services crews to crawl into the Mount Etna cave to save his life.
Next up in the late edition, renewed warnings to watch out for snakes.
And Dingo Day celebrations light up Damon Park.
Welcome back to the late edition. The Fraser Coast's Save the Dingo movement lit up Damon Park on Saturday to help raise awareness about the island's wild dogs. The conservation group is lobbying the government to change their management plan, claiming the island's dingoes are dying out.
There are renewed warnings about the dangers of snakes after 3 people were bitten on the Sunshine Coast at the weekend. The warmer weather is luring more of the reptiles out of hiding and into homes and sheds.
OK, David, sports up next. The cycling spectacular put on a show in Bundaberg.
Indeed, we'll tell you what Scott and Alan Davis got up to, and the Townsville Crocs bid farewell to Gabe Freeman. Welcome back, you're watching the late edition. The Townsville Crocs are expected to head into their tough road double against the Gold Coast and Cairns with a replacement for import Gabe Freeman. The American walked out on the club on the weekend after he failed to settle into the Townsville lifestyle and adjust to the NBL. A nasty crash hasn't marred the cycling spectacular held at the John Brogden Velodrome in Bundaberg over the weekend. The event attracting some of the country's top riders, including local flyer Alan Davis, who was handed the keys to the city by Mayor Lorraine Pyfinch. And that is sport. Tonight, though, in Dave's Dilemma.
Dave's Dilemma.
It's a new weekly section on Monday nights.
Right.
The question I posed to Paul Taylor is this: should Shane Warne get the call-up for the remaining Ashes fixtures?
Thought-provoking, David.
Isn't it, Paul?
He's busy, though.
Apparently, with Liz Hurley. But we will discuss tomorrow night. Stay tuned.
Should Warner get the call-up? Righto. Peter Byrne and the weather next.
Hello Weather Watchers. Well, that last major weather trigger is now tracked off the Queensland coast, so it's relatively stable, but very, very muggy right through Queensland. When I say relatively stable, it'll be fine in most areas apart from 1 or 2 showers, maybe 1 or 2 thunderstorms inland by afternoon. But a different scenario there for the coastal ranges anywhere north of about Ingham with fairly widespread activity. Also over the next couple of days, here comes our first tropical low off the WA coast. That will most likely develop into a tropical cyclone. Natasha or Tasha, I think it might be named. But it could be a significant threat to parts of the central coast of Western Australia later on during the week. OK, we'll keep you posted. Certainly no impact on Queensland whatsoever. OK, muggy is the word with showers, maybe the odd rumble of thunder for Cairns, 32 the Tuesday maximum. A very hot day for Charters Towers, the possibility of an afternoon shower or storm, 34 the maximum. Mackay mostly fine and humid, 29. Gladstone, much the same, the possibility of a shower or 2, but nothing of significance. For the Wide Bay Burnett, 30 the top for Bundaberg, Hervey Bay and Maryborough. Slightly cooler for the Sunshine Coast on 27. And a stable day through the Darling Downs area, 31 the top for Dalby. Toowoomba, the possibility of a late shower or storm, but more of a weak shower, I'd say. A temperature for Tuesday, 25 the maximum. That's it for the weather. Now it's back to Paul and Dave.
Yeah, thank you, Peter. Join us tomorrow night for the same, won't you? Good night.
Good night.
This has been a Win News presentation from Win Television, Australia's largest commercial television network.